Hello everyone, you okay? Right? Hello, right. 25 years I've been teaching and I've been training, and the type of people I've been teaching and training has been healthcare, nurse staff, nursing and various other areas and that. Now often, or sometimes you'd hope that there is common sense, and people often assume that there's common sense in some of these things that we do, right? But is common sense God-given? What do you think? No. Most definitely not. I have found common sense is not God-given. I was on the shift one day with one guy, and we were supporting a couple of guys with learning disabilities. And as I was there, all I could hear was bang, bang, bang. And I'm thinking, what the friggin' hell's going on? It was about 8:30 at night, but the guys were sitting there with me and that, and we were supporting, and all I could hear was this bang. What the bleeding hell's going on? And I actually realised, where's this other member of staff? So as I went walking down my corridor, I was standing there, and what he was doing was, he was standing there at the door, throwing the door open, running in, stopping, and then coming back again. And he'd stand there, get the door again, throw the door open, go running in, and he was running into this cupboard, and he'd go back again, get hold of the door, so I stood there for about 5 minutes watching him, because it was funny. And I said to him, what are you doing? And he went, the light bulb's gone. I went, how do you mean? He said, the light bulb's gone. So what he was doing was, he was getting onto the door, throwing the door open, running in, and by the time he got to the side of the cupboard, the bleeding door was shut and he couldn't see what he was getting. So I said to him, why just change the light bulb? And he went, oh, I can't. Health and safety. Thinking of bloody flat nose, that's more dangerous than health and safety. So there was that guy. And then another time when we were working in one of the accident emergency departments, and you only get these defibrillators and they shout clear! And they shock somebody, yeah. This puts enough power through to restart, to stop somebody's heart, kick it back in again, and get it going again. So as we're there, and when they shout clear, everybody's supposed to, it's in the word, clear. Everybody's supposed to get away from where they are. So as we were there, right, and I'll say where the hospital was, we were there, and actually shocked them, and they belted this guy. And as they shocked this guy, this junior doctor just dropped like a bag of shite. And he was standing there holding on to the bed, and this fella's foot was touching the bed. So then as he dropped like a bag of whatever, everyone was like, oh friggin' hell. So then people jumped on him to help him. Right? Another time, which again, common sense, you know, we've said this, we've got a highly, massively qualified nurse, fantastic woman, really respected. But then, anybody heard of anaphylactic shock? An anaphylaxis, massive allergic reaction to something, yeah? And people are given these pens, and these pens have got adrenaline in them. And adrenaline's what keeps you alive. Well, it obviously keeps you alive, you're getting chased by a freaking tiger or something like that. So all your heart's all pumping, makes all your blood vessels small, because when you're having an anaphylactic shock, everything goes big. And this nurse is standing there going, well, where does the end bit come out? And she actually stabbed herself in the thumb. And she's standing there going, what's going on here? Her thumb's going black. Absolutely, it was absolutely scary. Right? Then one day, a few weeks later, or a few months later actually, I was travelling to Manchester. And as I was travelling to Manchester, I had to go and deliver a course. I was there, and I was on the train, and as I'm going along on the train and that, there was a deaf guy, and the guy had a dog. So we had this hearing dog for the deaf and that. So what these dogs will do is they'll go and sort of, you know, give them a, sort of wake him up now if the alarm's going off or if something's happening. So this dog, it was a lovely little dog and things. And as I'm sitting there on the train into Manchester, it was going into Manchester, the train getting out was better anyway, but, you know. So as I'm sitting there on this train going in, this fella comes on, and he stands on the dog's tail, and he ate the dog. And I sat there and I thought, bastard. I thought it, because he was about 6'9", he was bigger than me. But I thought, you bastard, I mean, you ate this poor dog here. And sometimes in life, my wife tells me that I don't have a filter. So sometimes he engages my mouth before he engages my brain. And this filter sometimes doesn't work. And I had this little voice and I thought, what should I do? Should they actually just go up and challenge him? Or should they educate him? And I thought, 20 odd years I've been teaching, I'll go up and I'll educate him. So I went up to the guy first of all, and I said to the guy, hello, my name's Dave. So I used sign language, and I spoke to him and said, yeah, my name's Dave. And I spoke to the guy and I said, you know, is your dog okay? And he said, yeah, the dog was okay. So he signed back to me. And then as I was doing this guy was over there looking over. And as he was looking over, he could see what was happening. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll teach him. I'll go over to him and I'll teach him to sort of say, you know, my name. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll teach him that. So as I went over to him, I said to him, well, what's your name? And he said, Mark. So I said, okay, so would you want to learn some sign language? So, you know, we always know some of these other sign languages and things that people do, but would you like to learn some sign language? And yeah. I said, great, okay. So I'm sitting there, I said, right, so you got my name. So we went, my name, and his name was Mark. So we said, my name, and then N-A-R-T-I-N. So he's sitting there, and he's practicing it away. I said, so go over and have a chat to the guy, and just say to the guy, you know, my name's Mark. And sorry, because of what he'd done to the dog. So we went over there, and you could see him practicing it. And then he went over to the guy, and the guy's sitting there, and he went over to me, right? Said, hello, said my name, and he signed Martin. And the guy sort of sat there and smiled to himself. So as the guy smiled to himself and that, you could then, the guy, he looked over at me, gave me a nod, and then as the other guy got off the train, and he's walking down there, he's walking away in the train, you could see him walking down the platform going, my name's Martin. But actually, what I taught him was, my name is G-O-B-S-H-I-T. So actually, I told him my name is Gobshite, and he's standing there going. So this guy going, my name's Gobshite. And to be honest with you, he was a bit of a Gobshite, even though he was big. Okay? Some of the other things that have happened over these years. One day, I was actually teaching, what was I doing? I was actually teaching a moving handling course. So, you know, we've got the moving handling bit where you're supposed to keep your back straight as you're doing things and everything else, moving stuff. But I was actually teaching a moving handling course around used equipment and everything else, within an air zone, within the care place. And as I'm there chatting to the group, this hand at the back of the group went up and, yeah, I said, how can I help? And he said, do you know when I'm with my wife, how do I, and I said, how do you mean, how do you, and he said, well, when I'm with my wife, so don't hurt me back, how do I, and I'm thinking, what do you mean? And there's a room full of people here, you know, there's like at least 12 people here. And he's asking me this question, and I'm thinking, I said to him, you actually asking me, what's the best sexual position so you don't hit your back with your wife? And he went, yeah. And I thought, oh, freaking hell, he's asking me this. I thought, stop jumping off the wardrobe, right? Ask me, mate, if she's got a pulse, he'll quite happily help her on that. You know, so some of the things people had actually asked, okay? Then a few years later, I was actually down, anybody know Matthew Street, Liverpool? In Matthew Street, Liverpool. And the one thing, part of my making's always been first aid. And somebody always tells you not to try and get involved when you've had a few beers. And I'm there, walking down Matthew Street, and there's these two police officers standing there looking at some fella. And I walked up and went, it's all right, officers. I know first aid. So as I went up to them, and I'd done this body check on, checked them all out and everything else. And then as I rolled him over, his leg come off in my hand. I absolutely shit myself. Freaking out, the undies needed first aid after that. My mates just laughed their heads off at me, and I thought, right, I'm never going to get involved in that again. Never going to do that again. Right? And then another time on one course, I had one guy, and he put his hand up, CPR. So the way we breathe out of our mouth and nose, and you tilt the head back and everything else, I was explaining that, and this guy at the back of the group put his hand up. I said, yeah, how can I help? And he said, you breathe out your mouth and your nose, and he went, yeah. And he said, what about your bum? I said, how do you mean your bum? He said, well, what about your bum? He said, I just thought you breathed out your bum. And I'm thinking, where did you get this from? You breathe out your bum. So I'm thinking, I had these two heads again. I'm thinking, should I answer this properly and just tell him he's off his head? Or should I try and keep the contract? And I thought, you know what, I better keep the contract. So I actually said to him, no, mate, you know, I said, you breathe. I'm thinking, how the freaking hell does he get a bath? Is he there and he gets the bath? He's like, I think he was fucking drowning when he gets in the bath. I'm thinking, how the hell does this fella get a bath, man? I said to him, no, you breathe up your mouth and your nose. I said, trust me, mate, if I need CPR, you try and blow up your arse. You try and blow up my arse, you're going to get some form of response from me. Okay? And one of the biggest pains of my life, in all these years I've been teaching, is Vinnie Jones. Okay? Now some people will wonder why we mean Vinnie Jones. Anybody see the adverts a few years ago with Vinnie Jones on Staying Alive? Yeah? Okay? And he's there standing there and he tells people to kiss on the sofa before you stand on the sofa and you don't need to kiss in the mouth anymore. Well, actually, we are still supposed to go in. Okay? Lots of science and everything else that goes behind it all. But one of the biggest problems is some of these songs that they have, and they really seem to be quite appropriate or inappropriate. Do you know when they're doing, so people get the right, the right rhythm when they're doing the chest compressions and things. So Vinnie Jones done one, Staying Alive. So he's there going, staying alive, staying alive. How inappropriate is that? You've got some poor sort lying there, and the family members thinking, what's going on there? Another one that they had was the Imperial March from Star Wars. I can't remember the rest. But the problem that I had is one day, this young nurse kept on getting it confused, and she's there going, it's in the freaking death march. Thinking, don't know, different song, love. But then the other problem with that, and one of the worst ones in that you can actually find, is when people are there. So you've had Staying Alive, you've got all these other ones, and it's just absolutely scary. So you got somebody standing going, Staying Alive, Staying Alive. Then you have somebody else on the other side doing the death march. But one of the worst ones that you can have is somebody standing there going, dum, dum, dum. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites. So, everybody, I'd like to thank you. Thanks for coming along. My name's Dave. Thank you. Good night.